All right, Shane Amina back here with you on SportsCenter. Follow along. Joe Flacco coming back to the team he won the Comeback Player of the Year award in 2023 with. Flacco rejoining the Cleveland Browns on a one-year deal. His agent told that to Adam Schefter. The former Super Bowl MVP came off the couch to lead the Browns to a 4-1 record in 5 regular season starts before losing in the playoffs.
All right, they usually say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but next week it will be Shedeur Sanders visiting the Raiders in Vegas, and everyone will see that. Let's welcome in our NFL insider, Phil Yates, and NFL front office insider, Mike Tannebaum. Phil, I'll start with you. What makes Shedeur Sanders such a good fit for the Raiders right now?
Well, right now, the answer is not right now because they've got Geno Smith. This is why I'm actually kind of curious as to whether the team would actually use the 6th overall pick on Shedeur Sanders. What I think you would like about it is he would pair with an offensive coordinator, Chip Kelly, that has been at multiple stops now. I know that we all think about what happened last year at Ohio State and say that's the kind of system that Chip Kelly is going to run. Maybe. I also think that Chip Kelly is a very adaptable coach who will take advantage of a player's greatest strengths, which in the case of Shedeur Sanders is a pristine pocket passer who has elite accuracy and also touch on the football. So if he lands in Vegas, he's going to have to be patient. But if he can afford to be patient, the spot is a very good one because there is good offensive infrastructure right now with the Raiders.
And so, Mike T, in your mock draft, you have the Steelers trading up from 21 to 10, grabbing Sanders. They're also waiting on a decision from Aaron Rodgers, and we all are at this point. If you're the Steelers front office, what are you doing here with this situation?
Yeah, I actually like both situations and maybe a combination. So if you could get Aaron Rodgers, and I'm presuming when the owner comes out at the league meeting and said, hey, we're going to sign him, they may sign him. That's a one-year deal. I love Shedeur Sanders there long-term. I think it's an ideal fit with what they want to do offensively from a standpoint of strong running game, play action pass. And now that you have George Pickens, DK Metcalf, and Pat Freiermuth with the accuracy of Shedeur Sanders, you win for today with Aaron Rodgers, and you develop for tomorrow with Shedeur Sanders into the future. They're in a much better quarterback situation with that combination than at any point since Ben Roethlisberger.
So Shedeur Sanders sounds like a good long-term fit for this Raiders team. Gentlemen, let's look at some other teams with QB needs and play QB or not QB. You see what we did there with that one? All right, we can all agree that the Titans are taking Cam Ward at number 1. Yes, we all agree on that. So, Mike T, I'll start with you. Should the Giants take a QB or the best available player at that 3rd pick?
Best available player, look, there's 2 great players here, Travis Hunter and Abdul Carter. You can't pass on greatness. I think there's an opportunity for either of those teams, Cleveland or the Giants, to come back up in the 1st round. But if you could get Travis Hunter that we're looking at here or Abdul Carter, you can't pass on guys that could be absolute dominant difference makers. Find the quarterback later on, take the great player at the top of the draft.
Yeah, Mike T, well said right there. I'm going to go with not quarterback as well for the New York Giants. And really, this might be the easiest pick of the draft in some ways for the Giants. It kind of reminds me of the Patriots at number 3 last year, Amina. Just take the 3rd quarterback that was going to be on the board. In this case, you just take the Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter of it all, right? Because we know that Cam Ward is going to go number 1 overall. Some people have said, well, do the Giants really need an edge rusher? When you're picking 3rd overall, it's for a reason. The most notable reason is you've got a talent gap.
Yeah.
Right now, you find the best player available, and you worry about whether you have enough pass rush at a later date. Because as far as I'm concerned, there's no such thing as having too many premium pass rushers. The Giants would all of a sudden have themselves one of the best trios of pass rushers in the NFL if they do get Abdul Carter at number 3.
Yeah, you don't pass on a talent like Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter at all if you're picking at number 3. So, Phil, the Rams hold the 26th pick in the draft. So, QB or not QB?
Yeah, to not QB is the answer for me with the Los Angeles Rams. Yes, this team could use an eventual successor to Matthew Stafford, but I think Sean McVay feels like this might be a multi-year proposition left over for Stafford. So I'm thinking corner, Max Hairston from Kentucky, who 2 seasons ago led the SEC in interceptions, or offensive tackle for at some point in the future. Josh Connerly from Oregon just had clean tape this past season as the front side protector for Dylan Gabriel. You see Josh Simmons there as well from Ohio State. I thought he had the best tape of any left tackle in the class coming into the draft. That being said, got hurt last season.
Yeah, Field, I'm going to go with Jaxson Dart. I'm going QB. What do good organizations do? They're opportunistic. Matt Stafford is year to year. They didn't hit on Stetson Bennett. What a great situation to get a young, athletic quarterback like Jaxson Dart, who really thrived in Lane Kiffin's offense. Let him sit for a year behind Matt Stafford and then hit the ground running in 2026.
Yeah, a little disagreement there. We always love that here
at
SportsCenter. Why not? We're friends, so it's okay.
Yeah,
it works
exactly
out.
Right, yeah.
All right, thanks, guys, for the insight.